I decided to break my anonymity because I feel it's my duty, as I've had pioneering surgery, followed up with the first kind of burns aftercare ever to be had by someone from the UK. And I've had, as you can see, fantastic results. And I would like to now campaign to have this kind of treatment, aftercare and surgery in the UK available for other burns survivors.
I want to ask you about the attack, if that's OK, in just a moment. But tell me, do you not sometimes feel like you just want to hide?
It's been 18 months since my attack, and in those 18 months I've been through lots of different emotions. There were times when I did want to hide from the world, and I was lucky to have the support of my family who helped me through those times. And there have been difficult times throughout the legal trial, but I've had fantastic support from friends and family, and also my surgeon, Mr. Jawad, has not only helped me medically, but personally he's really supported me and helped me come through those dark times.
Yeah, just incredible. The CCTV pictures, you talk about those in the documentary, but I mean, they will make you remember the attack. But what does your mind tell you about the attack? What do you physically remember about what went on that day?
I remember all of the attack. If I shut my eyes, I can remember it. I can see it like I'm still there. I'll never forget the pain, the physical pain, and also I'll never forget hearing myself screaming and wishing the sound would stop, not realising it was me.
Did you think you were going to die, Katie?
Yes, I thought that I was going to die in the street that day.
And what happened? I mean, the ambulance crews turned up and people rushed to your help, but I gather there was some delay while people worked out what had actually happened.
Yeah, I think it was difficult for people to understand with the acid being a clear liquid. I don't think everybody could understand that I was actually burning, and of course they had to assess that it was a safe situation to enter into as well.
You talked a bit about your treatment there. How long has that been? I mean, 18 months ago was is constant treatment for you? I mean, has it been a gruelling 18 months as well as after the attack?
There have been difficult times. I was treated at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital, and all of my surgery has been there. And I wouldn't say it's been gruelling, because I've had one-step surgery with this pioneering treatment that I've had, so I haven't had to endure skin graft after skin graft. So I've been very fortunate in that way. And I've received such a high standard of care that it's actually been a lot more easier than I might have expected, and having a fantastic support network has really made all the difference. I've also had a burns psychologist at Chelsea and Westminster that really helped me come to terms with what had happened to me and how to almost embrace my new life rather than try and hide away from it.
I mean, that's one aspect of this story that people will be startled with, embracing your new life. Just before we move on to that, you had to deal with the trial while you were going through this treatment as well, didn't you? I mean, how did you manage that in your mind?
That was extremely stressful, and the first trial back in September, I was still quite weak and had to be on a drip throughout the day, a portable drip, because I was suffering from malnutrition, where my esophagus had filled up with scar tissue. So that was very stressful and traumatic to relive the events in such graphic detail. But then I got the verdicts that were right and the justice, so it was a pleasing outcome.
They both got life, Katie. Daniel Lynch, I think a minimum of 16 years, isn't it? Are you happy with that sentence?
Am I happy with that sentence? I think there'd never be a sentence long enough for me, as I think for society's safety, they're in the right place at the moment. But I do understand that the judge gave the maximum sentence that is legally possible.
Katie, you've done this for a documentary. I mean, it's brave because you want to campaign for burns victims. Are you able to honestly look at this camera now, look at the cameras for the documentary, and say how you feel about your new face?
Well, the title of my documentary is My Beautiful Face, and I think my face is beautiful and tells a story, and I'm very happy with it.
How did you get to that place? It can't, you know, where you are now, to be able to say that can't have been easy.
No, I didn't always feel like this at all, and it hasn't been easy. And I think it's a combination of positivity, fantastic treatment at Chelsea and Westminster, amazing support, and never giving up. Because I think in life, if you're determined, you can get through anything.
What would you like to do next?
Well, I have a letter for Gordon Brown, which I would like to personally deliver to him, to thank him for my treatment, as it's all been funded by the NHS, and I've had a fantastic experience with the NHS. But I'd also like to show him in person that the new pioneering surgery that I have had works, it's cost effective, it gives a better quality of life for a burns patient, and the aftercare that I received in France that isn't currently available in the UK not only works, but it's an absolute necessity. It's a life, to somebody who has suffered a facial burn, it's a lifeline, and I would like to get it introduced to the UK so all patients can be treated in this manner.
Katie, you're a true inspiration. Katie Piper, thank you very much for talking to us today. Good luck with everything you decide to do, and you do have a beautiful face. Thank you very much indeed. Katie?
Thank you. Bye-bye.